External commercial borrowings, or ECBs, are loans that Indian companies raise from overseas institutional entities in foreign currencies. ECBs appeal to domestic companies because interest rates in developed economies tend to be much lower than those in India, which makes it cheaper to service such debt. Given that ECBs expose a company to exchange rate risks, hedging the exposure is a method widely used to guard against losses due to swings in values of currencies. Raising of funds through the ECB route rose sharply after the COVID-19 pandemic struck in 2020 as central banks in advanced economies slashed interest rates to near zero levels, making raising funds overseas significantly cheaper. But some companies chose not to hedge their exposure through these ECBs as hedging entails an additional cost. The Indian rupee's relative stability against the US dollar until February 2022 also played a role in companies' decision of not hedging their ECB exposure. Now, with higher interest rates in the US and the rupee's weakening due to large-scale foreign outflows from India, companies that have foreign currency exposure stand to incur a higher cost of servicing or refinancing these loans. Those that have chosen not to hedge such exposure are at greater risk. Moreover, at the time of maturity of these ECBs, the sudden demand for dollars could exert even more pressure on the rupee. According to Reserve Bank of India data, of $179 billion of outstanding ECBs, 44% or $79 billion is unhedged. RBI Governor Shaktikanta Das recently allayed fears surrounding unhedged ECBs by saying that a significant part of the $79 billion was effectively hedged. He said a large part of the debt belonged to state-run companies which have a natural hedge to foreign exposure because of export receivables. Das also said that in the case of PSUs, there was the possibility of the government taking on the foreign currency risk. He pointed out that even the many private firms with ECB exposure had natural hedges in the form of foreign currency earnings.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.
I am the blue of the limitless sky. I am the inspiration that led success soar high. I will achieve, I will fly high. I am the I in SBI.
I'm backed by the nation's trusted bank, SBI, the banker to every Indian.